Yeah. Let's continue our topic, guys. Yesterday we are left with custom exceptions. We are done with runtime exception and compile time exceptions. Checked and unchecked exceptions are completed, guys. Okay. Now we are on custom exceptions. Today we will discuss custom exceptions. Custom exception means the exception you are going to create. Okay. An exception which you are creating is called custom exception. Okay, guys, an exception which we are creating by our own is called custom exception. And you know that every exception is a predefined class in Java. Am I correct, guys? If you see the hierarchy, exception hierarchy, every exception is a class and it extends and class called exception. Every extension is a class which will extend exception class. If you want to create a runtime exception, you need to extend runtime exception. If you want to create a compile time exception, you need to directly extend exception. Based on your requirement, you will extend which you want. If you want a runtime exception, you will extend runtime exception. If you want a compile time exception, that means checked exception, you will extend directly exception class. Okay, understood, guys? And okay, now okay, then we are done with creating exception. We have created an exception successfully. Then how to throw it to the user? How to throw exception to the user? Okay, now our main scenario is how to throw exception to a user. Yesterday we are done with throws keyword, right? Tell me what is a throws keyword, guys? What is throws keyword? What is the use of throws keyword? What is the use of throws keyword? It is used to, let me explain it here. Okay, today is the final. Today is the final. It is used to inform the method that there is a chance of getting an exception, guys. Okay, and there is a one more keyword called throw. Throw. Don't get confused with throws and throw. Throws is used to handle the exception. Okay, in other words, you can say throws is used to handle the exception, but throw is a keyword. It is used to throw a exception. Throw a exception to the user. Okay, throw is a keyword which is used to throw a exception to the user. Understood, guys? Is that clear? We will see practically. Okay, we have a lot of time today. Multi-threading is a small concept. I will explain. Don't worry. But custom exception is an important topic. That's why I am taking this much of time. Okay. Please say yes or no, guys. Okay, let it be. See, throw is a keyword which is used to throw the exception. Throw keyword is used to throw the custom exception. You can throw a custom exception as well as a predefined exception by using throw keyword. You can throw both user defined as well as predefined. Okay, you can throw which exception you want by using throw keyword. Now we will see practically how it will work. Now I have a my requirement is, guys, I have a matrimony application. Okay, I have a matrimony class. In that I want to check the person's age. When you are entering into uploading into matrimony site, your age should be greater than 22. It's my requirement. Okay, my requirement is, if their age is greater than 21, if the person age is greater than 21, I will say eligible for marriage, go for further process. If he is not more than greater than 21, that means if the person age is not greater than 21, at that time I will throw a exception called age mismatch, which is a custom exception. Okay, here if you see, I am throwing a new exception, that is age mismatch exception. It is a custom exception, guys. Okay, and what is that exception is how we can write a custom exception. See here, public class name, your class name is your exception name, extends runtime exception. I am making my exception as a runtime exception. If you want it as a compile time exception, that means checked exception, you can directly extend exception class. You can directly extend exception class. In place of runtime, you can directly extend exception. It is also possible. And then in this I have a message called get message. Here I will write some message, guys. Okay, which type of message is, which type of message you want, you can write that message. That means here if you want not eligible, if you write here, it will be printed at the time of exception occurred. Let's see practically how it works. Age mismatch exception. In this, just see, I can extend exception class. If you extend like this, it will become a checked exception, guys. Okay, it will become a checked exception. Now I don't want this, I want runtime exception, so I will extend runtime exception, and here I will print. I will say like this. In this exception, whenever exception is occurred, I will say age is not matched with the requirement, like this. Now you know how to get getters and setter methods, right? Here this is a private variable. To access a private variable, I need getters and setters. So that's why I will create a getters and setters. Okay. I don't want setter, I want just getter method. See, now I created a get message. That means getter method I have created. Now what I will do is I will create a class called matrimony. Here, see, I have a main method. Inside main method I have a scanner. I will ask the user to enter age, okay? After that, int age equal to next int. Then I will check if age is greater than or equal to 22. My requirement is if the person age is greater than 22, at that time I will say welcome. I will say welcome to the application. If it is not matched, then I will say else throw new as mismatch exception. Okay, guys, I will throw this. Let me check how it works. I will enter age as 10. Exception main thread. If you clearly observe, exception in the main method. Exception name is age mismatch exception. Age is not matched with the requirement. Okay, got it? This is how we create a custom exception, guys. How to handle this exception, guys? How to handle a runtime exception? How to handle it? If I don't handle this, the next statements will not be printed, right? If you see this, if my exception is occurred, the next statement is not printed. The runtime exceptions can be handled using try and catch block. Now I will surround with try and catch block. Here I can, okay, let me write it in try block, that's it. Okay, try and catch block, throw new exception. Now I know which type of exception it is occurring. If I write like this, even exception occurred, at that time the remaining statements will be printed, guys. Okay, even at the time also remaining statements is printed. If you want this, just e dot get message, write like this, you will get that exception also. See, 10 age is not matched with the requirement and remaining lines of code are also executed. This is how try and catch block will work. This is how exception will work. That's it, guys. Understood? Are you clear with custom exceptions? If you are done, we will start with multi-threading. Yeah, If you can use if and else block, but if you use if and else block, at the time user can perform different operations, but whenever a exception occurs, it will terminate the remaining operations, right? You don't want to perform remaining operations. If he is not matched, then the remaining program should be terminated. Only whenever certain condition is possible, at the time remaining statement should not be executed. At that time we will use exceptions. Okay, built-in exceptions are, you have seen, right? Let me see, let me check you. Whenever you are referring to a class which is not present, whenever you are referring to a class which is not present in your package, at the time you will get class not found exception. We will see what is interrupted exception. Okay, interrupted exception we will see in multi-threading. Today we will see example of interrupted example only. Now runtime exception, arithmetic expression you have seen. Yesterday we have seen a program for dividing by 0. At that time you will get a arithmetic exception. Class cast exception, while upcasting and downcasting, if you are not performing casting, at the time you will get class cast exception. Illegal argument exception, assume that you have a method which will accept string input, but you are giving a integer input. At that time you will get illegal argument exception. Index out of bound exception, you know already. Negative array size exception, that means whenever you are creating a array with a negative size, at the time you will get an exception like this. Null pointer also exception also you have seen. Whenever you are referring to a null object, at that time you will get null pointer exception. I think so you are clear with exceptions. Don't worry, I will provide this PDF. Okay, I will provide this material for you. By next week you will get this material in your Google Classroom. Okay, because in this weekend we have some works, so in next week you will get this material in your Google Classroom. Next, move on to the topic called multi-threading. Tell me guys, what is the process, guys? What is a process? In general words, tell me what is a process. Doing some operation is called process, right? If you are performing a operation, doing some work, the whole thing is called process, right? Start to end. In Java also, process is nothing but a task. Whenever you are performing a task, doing something, that we call it process. Thread is a lightweight subprocess. Okay, thread is a lightweight subprocess, means that means which will handle lightweight works, some small works. Okay, thread means thread is a lightweight subprocess. It means that it will handle some small works. Multitasking, when you are working with multitasking, executing multiple tasks at a time, each task is independent of process. That means, take example of your mobile phone itself. At a time how many tasks can be performed, guys, in your mobile phone? You can use internet, you can use calling feature, you can use texting feature, you can use camera. Is this process dependent, guys? Any part is dependent? Camera is related to call. Assume that it is a voice call. You are in a voice call. Along with it, you are using a camera. Is both are interlinked? No, right? Each process is independent. Camera operation is independent. Call operation is independent. Understood, guys? Are you getting or not? If you say yes, we will complete fast. If you say yes, we will complete fast, okay? And multitasking is different types, guys. Process based, thread based, and multiple thread based, okay? Process based means assume that you are using a your WhatsApp application, WhatsApp, Snapchat, any one application. In that at a time, how many tasks can be possible, guys? While using a WhatsApp application, how many tasks can be possible? Inside WhatsApp itself, you can use camera. We will use camera. We will use call. We will use texting feature, multitask, right? That is called process based. Thread based means we will see example, okay? If I say now, you will get confused. We will see examples of thread based and multi thread based. Executing multiple tasks at a time. Each process is independent of same program. Thread based. We will see example. While example, you will get clear, okay? Multi-thread means it shares the workspace. Assume that now I am using my laptop. It's my laptop. It's a i5 11th gen processor, okay? I'm using i5 11th gen. That means I have 4 cores, 4 threads. If you say I am using OBS Studio as a one part, Chrome, Eclipse, and Edge. All these are independent tasks, right? One is not dependent on other. Each part is executing in different, but all the parts are executing in the processor itself, right? In the processor itself, all parts are used by different threads. This is used by different thread, different person. OBS is using by different person. Are you able to see? Are you able to understand, guys? In the same laptop, 4 tasks is performing and each task is independent. That means each and individual process is handling with a different person. Each and every task is handled by a different person. One is not related to other. Let's see. Before going to thread life cycle, we see what is it. In every class, we have one default thread, guys. In Java, in every class, we have one default thread. That is main thread, okay? Up to now, we have discussed inside our program, main method should be there. Without main method, we can't execute our program. We can compile it, but we can't execute it, right? Then who is the caller of main method is main thread, okay? If you see here, main thread is responsible to execute main method. Main method is executed by the main thread. Main thread is will come from the Java itself, okay? JVM. Understood, guys? Clear? In every class we have a main thread, okay? And assume that I have multiple threads. In my class I have multiple threads. I have created some other threads, some my own threads. Which thread should execute at that time? For easy understanding, I have one work, guys. There is only one work to perform, but I have 10 people to do that work. I have one work to perform, okay? This is the work, but I have 10 persons. One person 1, person 2, person 3, person for like this. I have 4 persons. I have only one work, okay? Only one work is there. Then which person should work for me? At which time which person should work for me? Will this person work? Will this? Or will this? Or either this? This will be scheduled by using, sorry guys. This will be decided by thread scheduler. There is a part called thread scheduler. It is a part of JVM. It schedules the threads based on the thread priority. Priority means, you know, right? Priority. Based on ranking. You can say based on ranking. Those whose performance is good. Those who is performing very well. They will get treated first. Those who are lazy. They will treated at the last. Based on the importance. If you clearly based on the ranking system, okay? Based on the ranking system. In your colleges, you may observe those who are cleared all subjects, they will get placements. Those who have supplies 1, 2, they will get requirements after the completion of all cleared all cleared, right? All cleared people. Your college faculty will divide like this. Am I correct? All clear, 1 or 2 backlogs, and more than 2. First treatment will be for all clear people. After this, any requirement, then for 1 or 2 backlog people. After this, if there is a company which will take the persons without certificate, it will be given to persons who has more backlogs, right? Based on the company requirement, they will decide who will attend the interview. Understood? It is called priority. In Java also, for threads there is a priority. In JVM, thread priority, thread scheduler is there. The work of thread scheduler is to assign work for the thread based on the priority. Now, my question is, what is priority? What is priority, okay? Threads are independent. One thread is not depending on other guys, okay? Now you are watching 82 people. 82 people are different, right? One is different with other. One will understand in one way, the other person will understand in another way. All are independent, right? Like that, each and every thread is a independent. One is not depending on other. Now thread priority. Thread priority means we have a ranking of threads. It lies between 1 to 10 guys, okay? Thread priority lies between 1 to 10. Thread priority range is 1 to 10 guys. It lies in between 1 to 10. Then what is the default thread priority is 5. If you are not giving any priority, then Java will implicitly, that means it will automatically give priority as a 5, because priority of main thread is 5 for every thread. For every thread, parent thread is main thread. Like object class is a supermost class. Object class is a supermost class in our inheritance. In multi-threading, main thread is the parent thread for all the threads, okay? Directly or indirectly, main thread is a parent thread for all the threads, okay? Understood guys? Is that clear? And note here, some operating systems will not support thread priority guys, okay? Some operating systems won't support thread priority. One of the operating system is Windows. Windows operating system will never support thread priority. If you set thread priority also, it won't support. It will give in a random order itself. Are you clear guys? If you clear, we will go with thread life cycle and we will go with one example. After that, for you guys, I need to explain synchronization, right? Synchronized keyword. That word came lot of time while we are in strings. Synchronized came lot of times. We will see what is synchronized. If possible. If it is not possible, I will make a post of it, okay? Thread. First, new. First, new means you are creating a thread. That means by using new keyword, you are creating a thread. You created a thread, that is a new, freshly born baby. Just born baby, okay? Then you call a start method. You call start method. Newly born baby, whenever you call start method, now he is grown, okay? He is grown with all the challenges. He know all the talents. Now he is ready to work, okay? Runnable means he is ready to work. Assume that you are a person. There is one person. At first, he is a baby, right? Baby, small baby. He born. Born stage, okay? Thread is born. After born, we call start method. Start method. It means he is grown up. Grown up, okay? He is grown and he is ready to work. Now, whatever the work you give, he is ready to work. He became a good person. Now he is ready to work. If we give work, he will do work, okay? He will be in the working position. Working position. If you stop the execution, that means whenever run method is executes, if you stop the execution, he is terminated, right? After working, he is completed with job, he is terminated. The work is completed. He is retired, guys. Now one person is born. After that, he is grown up. Later, he is working. After that, he is retired. But in some case, whenever at the time of working, if you sleep, in the company, what the company manager will do, guys? If you sleep in company, what manager will do? Assume that you are working in a company, you are in running stage. If you sleep at the doing work, what the company will do, guys? They will fire you, right? They will fire you. They will terminate you, right? Terminating means whenever you are in sleeping position, you will come to non-runnable states. That means non-runnable. Again, you came to runnable. You are terminated from the company. You came back to non-runnable. No job. You are no job. That means you are ready to work again, right? You come here again. Ready to work. If you are terminated, then again you are ready to work, right? You are ready to work in another company. Like that, if thread is goes to sleep stage, it will be come again into runnable stage. If it goes sleep, it will go to a state called non-runnable. After that, you need to notify that thread. Okay, wake up. If it is sleeping, you need to wake up that thread. After waking up, it is ready to do work. It is ready to do that work. Understood, guys? Best example is you are the person, now you are studying. That means you are at runnable stage. You are ready to work. Once you got work, that means you got a job. You will be in the running position. Running position. If you are doing good means you will get retired. At some age you will get retired. But your performance is not good. While doing work, you get sleep. While doing work, you are sleeping. At the time what they will do, they will terminate you. That means you lost your job, you have no work, at that time. Then again you need to search for job. You are ready to do that job, you are in a position to do job again. Then whenever you got a job, at that time you will work. This cycle will repeat, right? This cycle will repeat. Same thing happens in threads, guys. Okay, see how to start a thread is start method. There is a method called start which will start the thread. Registration of thread, that means creation of thread. Start execution, invoke the method. We need to invoke that thread, right, to work. We will see example. See here. Now I am creating a thread. My thread name is my thread, which extends thread. That means I am saying that my thread is a thread. Extends means it is a type of thread. Am I correct? My thread is a thread. I am telling that my thread is a thread. After that, you need to override run method, guys. Okay, you need to override run method. Whatever logic written in run method, that will become a thread, guys. Okay, that will become a thread. You need to override run method. At the time only thread is created. Whatever logic you are writing, you need to override it. Sir, I want to override, I need arguments. See here, what these people done is, they have written a run method with arguments, one argument. After creating this method also, they are calling this method in the run method itself. That means overriding of run method is mandatory in threads. Understood, guys? Run method is mandatory. Inside run method, what I am doing is printing 1 to 10. After printing, what I am doing? Thread.sleep. Sleep is a method, guys. Okay. Sleep is a method in thread class which will accept integer values, integer or long. You can say long values. These are the seconds, milliseconds. How much time you will provide, that much time thread will sleep. Let me execute this program. Okay, let me execute this program. At the time you will get clear. Let me keep name as my thread itself. My thread is a type of thread. That's why I will extend thread method. Now I am overriding. Okay, first let me create a method, public void print method. Let me display. I will make a method of display with arguments. Now what I will do is I will write a for loop. J is less than equal to I, J plus plus. What this for loop does, guys? What is the work of this for loop? It will iterate from 0 to given input, right? It will iterate from 0 to given input. Am I correct? Now after this printing, what I will do is my thread dot sleep. If you see here, Sleep is a overridden method, guys. Okay, sleep is a overridden method. Long milliseconds. I will use this. I will provide 3000. Okay, 3000 milliseconds. After printing every time, my thread will sleep for 3 seconds. 3000 milliseconds. If you see here, I am getting an error. Unhandled exception. Unhandled exception, right? Add throws declaration or surround with try and catch. It is showing that here there is a checked exception. Checked exception, compile time exception. So there are two ways to fix it. You can add a throws declaration or surround with try and catch block. Now I will use surround with try and catch block. See, it is automatically done the things. It is surrounded with try and catch block. Yesterday I have discussed you. Sleep method. Interrupted exception. Interrupted exception. That means when you are performing a work, someone came to you and stopped your work in middle itself. Some obstacle came. Due to that obstacle, your work is stopped for some time. Your work is interrupted. Interruption. Interference, right? So it shows interrupted exception. Now, what I will do is for execution, definitely run method should override, right? If it is a thread, you should override a run method. Now in this run method, I will call display method. Now I am giving argument as 10. Understood, guys? To check this thread, I need a main method in my program. Am I correct? To check this, I need a main method. Now I will create a main method. Because it is a non-static method, right? Non-static method. Now start method. If you call directly m.run method, thread is not created, guys. If you call like this, thread is not created. It will work. It will work. See, all the elements are printing, right? After printing every digit, it is waiting for some time. If you clearly observe, it is waiting for some time. Before going to the next digit, it is waiting for some time. But it is executed by the, if you see, m dot current thread, okay? It will tell us that which thread is executing. Okay, let me print. Let me stop this. Let me print before itself, okay? Let me check which thread is executing. There is a method called current thread, which will give you which thread is executing. You need to print it in the system.out.println. Thread. Main thread is executing, right? Only hashtag one thread is there inside main method. Priority is 5. Thread name is 5. Main, okay? Thread name is main. Priority is 5. Understood, guys? You see, main thread is working here. Got it? Got it, guys? Main thread is working here. Now, in place of this, I will call start method. Okay. After that, I will print. Let me delete this. First, we will see the output. Okay. Later, we will check what it is doing. Which thread is executing, we will check after that. First of all, we will see what it is doing. The output is not changed, right? In previous example also, whenever I call run method also, same output is came. Now also same method is executed, right? Same output is came. Output is not changed. But if you see here, let me decrease this time for, okay, because it is taking more time. Now also main thread executing. But write this method inside here, okay, which method is executing. You see which thread is executing. Thread execution is changed, right guys? It is inside a main method, but thread name is changed. Now I seen sleep method, right? Like this we have some methods, guys. Let me see what are that methods. Yield method, okay. You guys need to check your own, okay. We have no time. I will explain each and everything, but you guys do and execute. If you have any doubts, you can contact me anytime, okay. I will explain you. If you have any doubts, I will clear you. Don't worry. If you got any doubts while practicing, you can ask me. Yield, join, sleep. These methods are used to stop the execution temporarily. You have seen, right? I used sleep method with 1000 milliseconds. That means my thread is sleeped for 1000 milliseconds. Execution is stopped temporarily, right? The execution stops for a certain time. Same join method, yield methods also do the same things. But what is the difference is, whenever you call yield method, whenever control finds yield method, the current executing thread is going to waiting stage. Remaining thread will get a chance. That means you have three threads. You call yield method for one thread. At that time, that method will go to wait stage. Will go to wait stage. Remaining threads will get chance. Okay? Understood, guys? This thread will keep it aside. Remaining thread will come into picture. They will complete their work. After completing that work, this thread will get chance. Synchronized. Now we are in synchronized. It is an important topic, guys. Okay, because while strings, discussing in strings, while collections, every time we have seen this synchronized. You guys may get confused, lot of confused with what is synchronized, what is synchronized. Synchronized means it is a keyword, a non-access type modifier. Okay, it used only for methods. Synchronized keyword is used only for methods, guys. Okay, what is the use of Synchronized keyword is, it is used to avoid thread race. Thread race. What is mean by race? Assume that you are the only for best example, take one girl. If two boys go and propose that girl, what she will do, guys? We will go some realistic example. Those who are listening the class, girls, please don't mind it. For best example only, for easy understanding, I am taking this example. Don't take it personally. Assume that there is one girl, only one girl. But for this girl, two people are proposing, one and two, at a time. At a time, two persons are accessing. It is not good, right? She will get confused. Either accept him or either accept him, right? So he will reject both the persons. He will reject both the persons. If that for the same girl, first person one came and proposed her. Okay, good. Later, after this person, second person came and proposed her. She will compare both the persons and which person she feels good and which comfort she will accept for that person. But if the both persons come at same time, if the first person both the persons come at same time, she will reject both the people, right? This is called race, guys. Okay, this is called thread race. Two threads pointing to a single method at a time is called thread race. Understood, guys? Thread race means two threads accessing same method at a time is called thread race. To avoid thread race, we use a keyword called synchronized. Okay, synchronized keyword. And you may ask, sir, how many threads we can create in a class? N number of threads. How many threads you want, you can create that many threads. Best example is your word pad. Okay, word. If you open your word, in this lot of threads are there, guys. Okay, n number of threads. Let me show you example. Okay, see here, if I type like this, cursor is moving. At the time itself, while I am typing itself, it is checking the grammatical errors, right? At the same time itself, in the same application, it is checking for grammatical errors. Two processes are doing at the same time, right? Your wordpad, notepad, these are best examples for multi-threading, guys. Okay, we can't make run method as synchronized. Keep in mind, you cannot make run method as a synchronized. Okay, because it is a overridden method, it is a predefined method. You just need to override that. If you make synchronize, it will become a new method. If you make some changes to that method, it will become a new method, not a overridden method. Then what the synchronized keyword does, what internally synchronized keyword will do means, synchronized keyword will generate unique lock for the methods. It will create a lock, guys. Whenever you make a synchronized keyword, it will create a lock. If it is a static method, it will create class level lock. For static, it will generate class level. For non-static, it will create object level. Okay, what is this lock means? It will provide a key. Only one person can access at the same time. After completing itself, another person can access. No two-person can access same method at a time. Understood, guys? This is about synchronized keyword. clear with synchronized and race, thread race. If you say clear, we will go with deadlock situation, and then I will tell you some basic points. After that, I will close the session. Okay, just 5 minutes more. Deadlock, guys. What is meant by deadlock? Infinite waiting stage of two threads. If you use synchronized keyword, the main responsible of deadlock situation is synchronized keyword, guys. Synchronized keyword is responsible for the deadlock situation. One thread is waiting for other thread. Okay, that means I have one method here. Okay, in this method I am calling this method. Okay, in this method I am calling this method. Understood? Method 1, method 2. Okay, here I am calling method 2, here I am calling method 1. This is waiting for this method, this method is waiting for this method. Both the methods are waiting to complete each other. Both the threads are waiting for completion of each other. Okay, in this example, this person is waiting to this person, this person is waiting for completion of this person. Both will never complete, both will never get proposed. Okay, both will never propose. That we call it thread race, guy. Deadlock situation. Infinite waiting stage. The both will be in the waiting stage, never gets executed. And guys, if you see the program here, I told you, right? Set priority. Okay, now let me show you this. It is not important because eh, our systems never support thread priority, but I thought that there is 5 minutes of time, I will explain this. If you want to see this thread priority, now see m dot get priority. Get priority method will do the, what is the priority of our current thread. Okay, it will give you the priority of our current thread. If you want to change that priority, just m dot set priority to, I will make it 10. If you see, now my thread priority is 10. Understood, guys? This is the way how you can check the priority and you can modify the priority. Okay, you can change the thread name, its thread name also. Okay, now see m dot set name. Now currently I have a thread, I will print that thread. Okay, current thread. See, 10 is the priority. Why it is not getting get name? Okay, see. Wow. Okay, just wait a minute, guys. M dot current thread dot set name. This is the way. Okay, for the current thread I need to set a name, right? Now my thread name is came, right? My thread name is came. If I remove this, I will get main thread name. But I want to change my thread name. At that time, you can use this method. That's all for today, guys. That's all for today. Your notes will come into your Google Classroom or either even your WhatsApp groups in the next week. Okay. Your certificate also provided. You guys already received a Google form, right? Fill that Google form. You will get your certificates to your mail IDs. This is end of the classes. Okay. Now you are free birds. Your core Java class is completed. Okay. Yeah, I will take attendance. Don't worry, I will take attendance of today's class. Today is the last day of your Avento Java classes. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can make a comment in Google Classroom, or otherwise you can mail me. And you have my Insta ID also. You can contact me that there. You can keep in touch. Packages is under Advanced Java. Okay. Here we are not going to teach Advanced Java. Actually, we said only 2 months course, but it taken 2 months 10 days. Yeah, guys. Now this is your last attendance. It is important. Based on this only, you will get your certificate. If you miss this attendance, you will never get certificate. Okay. Exception handling is completed, right? Yesterday only we have taught exceptions. Again, you are using asking exception handling. Where are you, man? Your attendance link is in your chat box. You can go through it. Okay. You should ask your Avento HRs. Okay, not me. If you want anything, if you want requirements, if you want internship certificate, if you want SQL classes, if you want advanced Java classes, whatever you want, go and ask the founder of Avento or the management. I am a faculty. Okay. My work is to teach you. That's it. My work is to teach the topics. I am here to teach you. I am not the responsible person to keep. Okay. Contact your group admins. Okay. Contact your group admins. They will guide you. You can directly mail Avento mail ID. Okay. Avento AP. This is the mail ID. You can contact. Okay. Otherwise, you can contact in the WhatsApp group admins. That's all for today, guys. Bye bye. If there is any SQL classes, we will meet at that time. Otherwise, if you have any doubts, you can contact me. If you really have a doubt, contact me. No problem. I will help you. Okay. I hope these sessions are helpful for you. I have provided your my Insta ID right already. I think so. I have provided you. It's my Insta ID. Okay. And my mail ID is. You can contact me through these two words. Okay. And your Google Classroom will be active. If you want, you can ask there also. Okay. It's the end of the name and you can't able to join. Your course is completed. Now you are coming and asking, sir, how can I able to join? That's it. Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. See you all. Please don't mind if I am rude at sometimes. Okay. Please don't mind if I am rude at sometimes. For your good future only, we have thought like that. Okay. You should respond while teaching. Okay. And please do practice. Don't leave this Java classes. Okay. We are completed with Java. We have certificates. If you practice only, you will get the things. Otherwise, you will never get the things. Okay. Please do practice. Thank you. Bye bye.